Well, hello again, welcome back to Fishing for Memories. It's a very frosty March morning, and so we had some very welcome and heavy rain at the weekend. With that in mind, and knowing that the river's dropping a bit, I decided to get out on my local stretch of the River Loddon and do some chub fishing, roving about with a link leisure, just a few swan shot on the link leisure, and see if I can pick up a chub. This particular stretch is really good. The average size of chub is usually £5 onwards. And it has thrown up some big chub to me in the past. And what I'm going to be doing today is feeding some liquidised bread into a few swims and then gradually fishing them in rotation and roving about, seeing if I can get right on the fish and see if I can find where they hold up. A good proactive approach, and quite a good approach, especially as it also keeps you warm when it's quite chilly. Anyway, I'm going to put in some bread. Why don't you come with me and let's go and do some roving together. As you can see, there's some lovely areas on this particular stretch of river. Really intimate, undercut banks, trees in the water, overhanging bits of rafts of weed that are hanging on bits of tree and branches that are in the water. It's got pacey areas, slow areas, lovely glides. It really is a fantastic little waterway, and it's got some wonderful fish in it. I'm going to take a water temperature reading in a minute. I don't expect it to be too high. I mean, it's about -1 at the moment, and it's gone 7 AM. So, bait wise with me, I've brought cheese paste and maggots as well as bread flake. I'm going to give maggots a go first. I don't know if there'll be quite a few minnows about. There could well be this time of the year. I usually find that sometimes you can have a bit of a minnow explosion, and if that is the case, I will change to the cheese paste. Anyway, I'm going to put some bread in a few more swims, and I'll catch you in a bit. Tight lines. Well, hello again, welcome back. It's just coming up to 8:30. It's a gloriously sunny and crisp March morning. The water's quite coloured. It's a real nice kind of chub day, you know, frost on the ground, a little bit of nice colour in the river. I feel it's ideal for a chub or two. I've been getting a few taps on the maggots. I suspect that's minnows though. I might have to change to the cheese paste, just to deter them. They are quite ravenous, they're like little piranha. So I may decide to change to cheese paste sooner than I was expecting. I'm just casting at the moment, just to this nice little raft and bush area here, just running adjacent to it. That's where I'm currently getting a few knocks from. I'm going to give this spot the best part of an hour, and then mosey on upstream and try the other spots, which I've put some liquidised bread and maggots in earlier. It's got a nice flavour to it, the ground bait, with the Hinders krill and shrimp meal. Really pungent. You don't need to use too much of it either. And I do feel it gives a nice scent trail without necessarily overfeeding the fish. Anyway, I'm going to grab a cup of coffee, and I'll catch you in a bit. See you soon. Well, hello again, welcome back. I've fished 7 swims in total now. There seem to be packs of ravenous minnows in each and every one. I decided the last couple of swims to change to cheese paste, but no dice, no chub at all. It's just coming up to 4:10. It's a lovely sunny evening. What I'm going to do is I'm going to fish a couple more of the swims further upstream, which I baited earlier with liquidised bread and maggot, and one of those I'm going to fish into the hours of darkness and do a couple of hours, no more than that, into darkness, because if there is no chub feeding during daylight hours, or not being willing to feed, or is being a bit finicky, I usually do find first few hours or first half an hour of darkness where the daylight fades off the water is usually a good time. They lose a lot of their inhibition and tend to have a little mooch around and usually pick up the bait. So I'm going to give that a go and see if I can pick up a chub during the first hour to 2 hours of darkness. Anyway, I'm going to go and crack on and set up in one of the swims, and I'll catch you later on. Well, welcome back. Sun's just gone off the water and it's fading away into evening time, and take a look at that. That is a lovely Loddon chub. All 6 pound of her. What a lovely fish. Slammed the quivertip round. Didn't know if I was going to get it back out of the snags. It went straight under the tree roots. Is that not a gorgeous fish? Lovely girth, lovely condition. Now that is why they're such beautiful creatures, like an armoured tank, grey scales, silvers, blacks on the tail. That is one beautiful fish, if I do say so myself. Cracking, absolutely cracking. Anyway, let's get this one to slip back and see if we can snag ourselves another. See that very well. It's a lovely 5 pound 8 ounce chub, river Loddon chub. Look at that for a portly character. Lovely, well toned chap in great condition. As I say, that's just on the cheese paste. That gave me some hairy moments on the old size 14 Drennan Super Specialist. But it did the job and held out well. It's a very small piece of cheese that I was using. As you can see, it's really in lovely condition. Quite made up with that, really tore off. Anyway, let's get it slipped back, shall we? It's been a nice day's roving, although the telling difference was the daylight fading off the water, and that's when the big chub come out to feed. It was certainly a nice way to spend the day, a nice proactive approach, and lovely to have those two lovely chub, the 6 and the 5.5, and they're both in immaculate condition. You couldn't really want for more. Beautiful examples of cheving at their best. Anyway, they were both on cheese paste. The maggots were absolutely getting mullered in every single swim that I was trying. The old minnows were really hammering them. So the cheese paste did its job. Anyway, as I say, it's just starting to drizzle. I can't have the camera out for too long. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. I've certainly enjoyed making it. And until my next one, cheerio, and I'll catch you next time. Goodbye.